Good morning. Welcome to another daily devotion with Pastor Joe. I'm Pastor Joe, and this morning I would like to read from Psalm 5, verses 1 through 3. It says, "Give ear to my words, O Lord. Consider my meditation. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King and my God, for unto thee will I pray. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and I will look up." It's beautiful to think about this morning. Crying out to the Lord, asking for His ears, just asking for God to hear us as we pray, hear us as we cry out to Him. You know, we've got burdens on our hearts, we've got burdens in our minds, got things that are weighing difficult on our shoulders that we just don't know how to face on our own. But we can say to the Lord, "Lord, just hear me. Hear the cry of my heart today. Hear my words as I bring them to you." He says, "Lord, consider my meditation. Consider the thoughts, God. Consider the deep thoughts, the thoughts that I don't even know how to voice today because it's so tough." In the New Testament, it says that the Spirit, His Spirit, bears witness with our spirit, and His Spirit groans with utterances that cannot be spoken, that we just can't even say because it's so tough and so deep and so hard for us to form into words. I'm sure you've had those moments where it's like, my words, I don't even have the words to express what I'm going through. Those moments where it's just such a deep hurt or such a deep longing or such a deep whatever it might be. It's difficult to put it into words. But you can ask the Lord to give ear to your words and to consider your thoughts. Because, you know, God sees our thoughts. There was a little song that we used to sing at Vacation Bible School and Sunday School that said, God answers prayer in the morning, God answers prayer at noon, God answers prayer in the evening. Keep your heart in tune. And it talks in that song about how, you know, you can whisper a prayer to Him, or you can cry when you're alone to Him, or you don't even have to speak out loud to Him. He knows your thoughts. God knows your thoughts. That's sort of a scary thing for some people, but it's a beautiful thing for us as Christians. You know, the world wants to say that Santa Claus he sees what you're doing and knows when you're sleeping or awake, but it's not Him. It's God who knows. God knows everything about your life. Don't try to hide anything from Him. He cares about you. He loves you, and He wants everything to go right for you. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King, my God, for unto thee will I pray. O Lord, listen to my voice and hear it. Please hearken unto it. Listen to it. My King, my God, for unto thee will I pray. Don't pray to anybody else. Don't put your trust in the things of this world or the things of this life or anybody else that you know or anything else that you know, because there's only one God. He's in heaven. He hears and answers your prayer. He cares about you. He wants you to live for Him. He wants you to live right. He wants everything to go the way He's planned, and He's got a perfect plan for you. Perfect plan in store for you. Trust in Him. Then David says, "My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord. In the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up." How about you? What's the first thing you do when you roll out of bed? Or maybe right before you roll out of bed? Do you grab your phone, shut off your alarm clock, start scrolling through Facebook, checking your emails, looking through messages from the night before, check out your news feed? Or do you turn off your alarm, bow your head, and say, "Lord, good morning"? David said, "My voice you will hear in the morning. In the morning I will direct my prayer unto thee." And that word, the words "my prayer" in the King James, that's in italics because it's implied. It's not exact words. So really, David is saying, in the morning will I direct unto thee. I will direct myself. I will direct my thoughts, my prayers, my attitude toward you. I will look up to you. Look up to God this morning. I encourage you to do that. First thing in the morning, this morning, tomorrow, the next day, whatever day that you wake up for the rest of your life, first thing you should do is direct yourself to God and say, "God, hear my words and consider my thoughts." Cry out in love to Him. Cry out in worry and care to Him. Let Him know everything that's going on in your heart and in your mind and in your life all around you. and trust in Him. He's going to take care of you. Doesn't necessarily mean that He's going to bail you out of all the troubles you get yourself into. Doesn't necessarily mean that everything in life is going to go peachy keen and right. I'm not going to be telling you that there's peace and prosperity. Because honestly, living as a Christian, sometimes there is turmoil and there are clouds that seem to hide His face. Sometimes in the Christian life, there's going to be a lot of Christians who have to live in poverty. And there's a lot of Christians who just live trusting the Lord from day to day for the bread on their table. There's a lot of that. I'm not trying to teach you about a gumball machine God. I'm telling you that God that I serve wants to have that close communion with you, so that everything in your heart can be right with Him. Then the things in life will just fall into place the right way. Doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. Doesn't mean that you're not going to have some cares, concerns, and worries. But it means that things will go right, because everything in this life goes right to those that love God and are called according to His purpose. Anyway, may God bless you today richly. I hope that you have taken the time this morning to direct your prayers to Him, to direct your heart to Him, and to just start the day out with a greeting to God. Tell Him good morning. Tell Him I sent you. God bless, and have a great day in the Lord. Meet me again tomorrow on this channel for another daily devotion with Pastor Joe.